good for 3? I'm good for 3.
Definitely listening. I'm good for 3. Is this my glass?
No, I just go with the one that's sitting right there.
It's a clean one.
Yeah, I know. Hey, bud.
Welcome back. We're the Bourbon Junkies.
Just picked that up on the floor.
That looks so low.
Low?
Did you really?
Yeah, I just picked that up on the floor. And you just threw it back on the floor.
This is the first time Sean cleaned something off this floor, and I just went, nah, thanks, bro.
I had that where I wanted it.
That camera looks so low.
It does.
I don't know. It seems like it's framed right.
We're gonna find out.
The mic's not the top of the sign is. We're good. I'm definitely in frame.
Okay.
By physics, that's how things work.
You just put it lower to really get more of your chin.
Yeah.
Chins.
Yeah. When I look at, I don't have a very good jawline to begin with, unfortunately. That's my least favorite part of my whole body. So
that's it? That's what you're going with?
yeah, because I can change the rest. I can't really change that part.
Let's get the notepad out.
Listen, I need a dictionary worth of paper to figure this out.
Oh, hey, welcome back.
I already said that.
We're the Bourbon Junkies.
I already said that.
He's Dan.
I didn't say that.
I'm Sean.
And tonight, we try to drink Eagle Rare several times.
Yeah, it's gonna be a shit show.
You know what I figured out for the long pours? Was you start, that's a lot more whiskey than I wanted. Was you start low and you go high. You know what I mean?
Well, the box that you just put whiskey all over doesn't know what you mean.
I'm not doing
What
a
is
very
happening?
good job. I feel like a chemist.
You put like 2 drops in there.
Here we are. No, I don't want more.
I don't want this much either.
How much? Let's see how close they are. They're pretty close.
Half an ounce, you think?
They're within a half an ounce
Okay.
of each other. So, Eagle Rare. Let me tell you some things about Eagle Rare. It's Buffalo Trace. Sean can't tell you these things because he gets confused every time. It's Buffalo Trace. It's Mash Bill 1.
Damn it!
You only knew that because I said you get confused.
No, I was staring off in the abyss like, oh, which one is it? Burn it down, fight! Like,
Pure pain.
What's his name? What's his name? I got nothing on a name. Come on, baby, what's the name? We threw out his name!
Mash Bill 1.
Eagle Rare. Mash Bill 1 Buffalo Trace product. It is an older Buffalo Trace.
It's the high rye Mash Bill.
No, it's not. Damn it, Sean. Damn it! It's not. It's the sub 10 or 12% rye.
Yeah, because high rye to them is 12 to 15.
Yeah.
And then the low rye is like
Sub that.
Yeah.
Just less than that.
Less than
literally.
12.
So, a lot of people say they have a hard time finding this bottle, and I know that a lot of people don't have a hard time finding this bottle because we're two of those people who don't have a hard time. So, $31.99 per bottle in the state of Michigan.
It's a good deal. It's a good deal when you can get a $30 bottle.
10-year whiskey. Says on the back, age 10 years. It used to say it on the front. They decided to put it on the back, and I literally don't know why. It used to be a single barrel.
Technically, these still kind of are a single barrel,
Yeah.
except for they don't clean their lines when they're bottling it out.
They're not
each
purging
barrel.
the
Yeah,
lines.
they're not purging the lines between each bottling, but they're still a single barrel product, which blows my mind. How many times do you pick up an Eagle Rare and you're like, whoa, that's something different?
So apparently, according to people I've talked to, they do differ. Like there are some like basically almost like store pigs that aren't store pigs.
Yeah.
But it's like
Few and far between.
few and far between.
They know what they're doing.
Because but here's the thing, they're still almost single barrels. So they'll have the variants almost like a Blanton's.
Mm-hmm.
So I consider this a pretty cheap bottle. I consider this a good buy.
Yeah.
10-year whiskey for $32, $30
I have a
range.
1.75 of this at home, which is, imagine this, but just way too fucking big.
Way big.
Literally, I'm afraid to pour it by the neck because I think it's just gonna snap off. Oh, it's awesome.
I think it might if it was full of whiskey.
I did once.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, it was fine.
It was terrifying.
I was drunk, so
It
I
was
was just
scary.
like, this is ready.
That's how you break your hand.
Yeah. Oh,
Blood everywhere. All right.
classic bourbon.
I feel like that's exactly what it is. So this is Buffalo Trace's version of fancier than Buffalo Trace.
Yeah.
Less,
rare.
not insanely expensive. This is like their happy point.
Made of
between
bald
those
eagles.
two things. It's made of freedom. If the
America.
bottle doesn't get you a little excited,
Like this
What
is
are we doing?
This is one that's like, yeah, if people are getting into bourbon, you drink some Buffalo Trace, you're like, oh, that's not bad.
Yeah.
You get some Eagle Rare after that, and you're like, oh dang, I like that too.
it's a really good stat. They're only what $5-6 difference in
Yeah,
price
if they have like
usually.
25 to 30, like 25, 26 for Buffalo Trace. This is like 30, 32. Yeah, it's just classic bourbon. You're getting like nice vanilla. There's a little bit of sweetness up there.
I get like a strange note on the nose actually though.
Almost like dry erase marker.
Yeah, is that what it
I
is?
think so. I don't know what else it could be, but it's kind of got
Do we
that
have
like
that little eagle right here still, or is that gone? So interestingly enough, though,
Okay. Anyways,
like deep into this on the nose, there's some actually really rich caramel.
yeah.
Really rich. Really like this is like a generally like a little bit sweeter side. Most
This
Buffalo
is-
Trace products are more.
This is
on
kind
the
of like
sweet
a
side.
McKenna. You're getting a 10-year,
Ooh, okay.
10-year cheap bottle.
Way
that-
cheaper than McKenna.
now.
Yeah.
Yeah, they used to be about the same.
Almost, yeah. Both probably not that easy to find anymore.
Yeah.
This is easy to find around here. I don't understand it. Our grocery stores have this around here most of the time. Like most liquor stores around here have it.
That's just well-rounded.
Caramel and honey and a little vanilla. That's what I
It
got on
rolls
the
off
nose.
into like a really soft oak.
The weird thing is I remembered this on the nose being oakier than it is right now. It's not oaky on the nose.
It's really not. It's way more sweet dominated.
red
on the,
fruit.
Yeah.
Maybe red fruit sweetness too.
I don't know. I almost get like a not quite red apple, but it's kind of like red apple peel. It's just a hint. It's a hint of that.
The peel's a little drier than the apple.
Yeah, that must be it.
So I think like there's actually some form of a differentiation between those two things. Because when you bite into an apple,
You
you
know.
get the actual apple part, the inside, the guts. The apple's juicy generally,
I
but
love-
but
I
if you
love
just
apple
peel,
skin, though.
if you peel the skin off and you eat that, there's
Because-
not real
because
juice.
Gabby makes like apple pie all the time, and we've got this thing that like we run it through.
Yeah, yeah.
So
Like
it
spirals
it takes
Yeah.
all the thing out, and then you cut it up, and then just nice chunks of apple in there. It's perfect. But I'll always eat some of the skin as we're doing it along. It's where all the
You know
nutrients
what
are at.
I'm
if
more
you're
upset
wondering.
about right now?
What?
The fact that there's never been an apple pie
Is
here.
it?
Listen,
That's gonna be Patreon. But yeah, I mean, what else do you want out of some whiskey? This is what you go to when you think
for
whiskey.
$32, a $30 range.
You're doing it. You're killing
This
it.
beats a lot of things in the $30 range for me. Most things, realistically. It's supposed to not.
$17.92. That destroys it.
No, it doesn't. It's supposed to not be allocated. It's supposed to not
No.
be limited. It's supposed to be readily available. When I thought they moved the age 10 to the back of the label, I thought they would
Because
get
it used
rid
to,
of it.
yeah, it used to have this nice
Weird
silver
silver.
collar right around it that said aged 10 years, and now if you just read through the bat, it will tell you that
I
it's
really
a 10-year
thought
age statement.
after they moved it, they'd get rid of it.
Oh,
like
yeah, it's right there.
yeah, I
Nice
figured,
pick.
what I thought they would do was they'd move it,
Yeah.
right, and then they'd
And
be
then
like,
it'd
oh,
just
it's
go
on the
away,
back,
yeah.
and then they'd be like,
And then they'll just put 10 star on there.
just a little chloroform over everybody.
That
You
was
wake
never-
up, no tenure. Well,
What
all
happened?
right, there must never have been. That was confusing.
Yeah.
But the thing about it is, they didn't remove it for whatever reason, and it's still good. I wonder if they removed it, if it would be better.
I don't know.
Store picks are one of the most interesting.
Dude, I have
Eagle
had
Rare store picks probably differ.
the most out of anything I've ever had, I feel.
Oh man, think of like Russell's store picks differ a lot.
Oh, yep.
Eagle Rare store picks differ into like
Crazy.
dusty territory.
Yeah, like the last ones well, not the last ones. Out of the last 3 I had, 2 were like super funky. I hated them. Dan loved them. Then the one that I just had was more classic Eagle Rare flavors, but just like really elevated and so rich. Yeah,
This is almost the candied oak that you constantly talk about.
It's not quite there.
This is getting really
It's-
close.
It is close. It just doesn't have that like oomph of sweetness.
Name a
in
bottle
there.
at $30 that has candied oak as you put it though. This would be the closest one in my head
Yeah.
at least.
None, because those are more like richer flavors of older whiskey. I
Yeah.
think.
I wouldn't say this is thin. I wouldn't
No.
say it's not. It's not
It's not-
extraordinary
I was gonna say a
because it's
mouthfeel.
extraordinary whiskey. It's like it's a really good bottle because it's $30 and it punches up. Yeah,
does.
this belongs in a different price range.
This is. Yeah.
I'm surprised that
Shut your fucking
they
mouth.
jumped the whole Weller thing. I'm surprised this hasn't jumped too. Honestly,
Shut.
it'll be 50 in 2 years. It doesn't. It actually stays on secondary around normal pricing.
Yeah.
So it's a good all-around bottle.
Yeah.
I'd buy it. I recommend this to people all the time. I know a couple people who this is their favorite. And it feels fancy. It's a nice wine bottle. It's got a cool eagle on the front. Looks like he's trying to grab a fish out of the water. Dude, like, I don't even like have any questions here. Any more brain busters, bro? I didn't think so.
Anyways, all right, that is all
We're
getting
back.
cut.
We're the Bourbon Junkies.
That is all getting cut.
All right. Listen, this is a buy. What do you give it? A minus, B
A
plus.
minus, B plus, yeah. Because it's not quite that A, because it's not like every time I see it, I'm gonna buy it.
If I don't have
If I
one,
don't have one, definitely.
if I always have one.
Yeah,
Let's put it that way.
absolutely.
Now I don't like have three at the
No.
same time, but I always have one.
So that's why I think it's that B plus. Like, it's not something that I'm gonna buy and hoard a bunch of. It still smells like shit in your hand.
Dude.
Anyways, I'm never just gonna hoard Eagle Rare, but I'll always have one on my shelf.
You will pretty soon when it goes up on secondary and you can't find it anywhere because everybody's like, oh my gosh, whiskey.
I'm just gonna eventually just be buying bottles and dumping them into that 1.75 so I can keep that around.
Yeah, that's
because
a
it's
good
just way
point.
cooler.
That's a good point. Well, like, you have like an Infinity Eagle Rare bottle.
Yeah, why not?
That's fair, actually.
Why not?
I say if you find store picks of this for the 60 to 70
Oh
range.
my gosh,
for
buy.
I say if you find this for the 30 to, if you find this for the 25 to 35, $40 range, buy it.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Thanks for watching. Thanks for all your support.
Like,
Thanks
comment,
for everything
subscribe.
ever. I'm Dan.
I'm Sean. Links for everything are in the description below.
Our Patreon, our Teespring,
Yeah. Which,
our email if you want
they're
to
being
email
shitty.
us.
I ordered shirts, I still can't get them shipped out.
They haven't shipped
They
yet?
haven't even printed yet.
Oh no, Teespring is awful.
Yeah. Sorry.
Someday we'll actually just go get shirts printed locally at
Yeah.
that one place that I
Yep.
talked to on the
Yep,
phone.
yep,
But I have to drive there.
Yeah.
It's a long ways.
It's,
People don't order enough shirts.
no. Yeah.
If you guys order a bunch of shirts, I'll go get them printed tomorrow. I don't give a
Yeah.
shit. All right. Cut back in. All right, cool.
And the proof is in the pour. I'll go get them tomorrow. That's good.
It is good.